to present our final distinguished award for this evening, I would like to welcome Mamadou Beye, AAI Trustee and General Manager, Corporate Affairs for the Middle East, Africa, and South America at Chevron, and Professor Benedict Oramah, the President and Chairman of Afrix Bank.
All right, good evening. I hope we've been here now, listening, hearing, applauding individual awards, brilliant mind, brilliant Africans who have really made a difference in their different fields. But in order to make that happen and to sustain that, we need also very strong countries on the continent so we can produce more brilliant minds that you heard today. So thank you very much for being here. In 1999, the AAI National Achievement Award was established to recognize the citizens of an African nation for their achievements and demonstrated commitment to effective and just governance. These honorees also were to have invested in well-being of people through education, health, peace building, environmental protection, promoting sustainable economic freedom through policies that foster entrepreneurship. The country that I'm going to nominate today, you all know, there are not that many on the continent, so we need to have more of it. Botswana embodies each of these qualities. It is a true beacon of light and progress on the continent and the world. Its commitment to democracy, tremendous strides in education, healthcare, global partnership, economic development are models for all nations. The way you have managed your natural resources is a counterexample of the curse of resources. I was just telling you how, as a Malian, we'll be honored to learn from you how to manage our gold, the way you manage your diamond. Congratulations for it. These awards are important because they provide a vehicle for bringing the tremendous and often unknown accomplishments of awardees to the attention of the international community. We need to celebrate our successes, countries and individuals, and Botswana is an example. Thank you. Everyone associated with AAI is proud to pay tribute to the people of Botswana and to this distinguished leader, President Masisi. Thank you for being here tonight. Mr. President, as a son of the continent, I speak for those of us from Africa, from the diaspora, and for all of those who have committed their careers to working on behalf of Africa, in saying that we are all honored by your presence and proud to bestow upon you the 2022 National Achievement Awards.
Thank you, Mamadou. And thank you, Kofi. Botswana is a remarkable country. Since the 1960s, it has maintained a commendable growth rate at par or even better than most Asian economies we look up to as the fastest growing economies in the world. Botswana is perhaps one of the first countries in Africa to be rated, and to achieve investment grade ratings. And through commitment to democracy and good governance that has been there since the 1960s, Botswana has remained one of the countries that people look up to when they want to consider how to run good economies. And the quality of leadership, the quality of people that we have in Botswana also have been instrumental in helping to shape how countries can better manage their natural resources. So under the leadership of His Excellency President Masisi, we have seen Botswana even do more. Moving from minerals-led to a knowledge-based economy. And the government has also implemented reforms to make its products and services more competitive in the global market. I remember a number of times I've had the privilege of being in meetings with President Masisi when I hear what his visions are and how he presents them with passion. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, I also knew how he was personally involved in making sure that Botswana came out of it without a major crisis. And the reforms of His Excellency President Masisi underpin the strong recovery made by the country in 2021, with growth rate at 12.5%. That is after the economy had contracted by about 8.7% as a result of the COVID pandemic in 2020. That is a remarkable achievement. And His Excellency President Masisi has also paid attention to human beings, human development, the quality of life, showing an understanding that the greatest resource of any country is the human beings there and not the natural resources on the ground. And in this regard, with regard to health care, Botswana has shown strong commitment to tackling the HIV/AIDS disease that we all know have been devastating many countries in Africa. And it has achieved and exceeded the UNAIDS 95-95-95 ratio target. With 95% of the people being aware of their HIV status, 98% of those on treatment, and 98% virally suppressed. Botswana's long-standing commitment to public-private partnerships offers a prime example for the world on how to tackle some of our most pressing challenges. At Afrexim Bank, the institution that I lead, we've had a very good relationship with the government of Botswana over the years. And I must commend His Excellency President Masisi for continuing to give us the opportunity to serve the people, to provide the financing that is required for trade and for development. And we will continue to work with you to make sure that as you develop your people, develop your economy, we also help you to pursue the diversification you have made your priority. It is my distinct honor to have been given the opportunity to present the final award of tonight, the National Achievement Award to the people of the Republic of Botswana. And accepting the award today on behalf of the people of Botswana, His Excellency President Masisi himself. But before we ask His Excellency to come to the podium, please take a moment to look at the video of tributes from Botswana's many partners and friends from all over the world.
It's an honor to congratulate His Excellency President Masisi for this outstanding recognition of his leadership. Texas Children's Hospital has had a long-standing relationship with Botswana, first successfully addressing the pediatric AIDS epidemic, and more recently, working to meet the challenge of childhood cancer. I'm grateful for the leadership and partnership of His Excellency and the First Lady, who are helping to save the lives of many thousands of children.
Good evening. I am delighted to congratulate the people of the Republic of Botswana on receiving the National Achievement Award. Your Excellency, I fully expect to see Botswana build on its already outstanding reputation under your excellent leadership.
Your Excellency, we wish to congratulate you on this well-deserved honor. Refeletswe Lebelonyane. Congratulations.
I want to offer sincere congratulations to the people of the Republic of Botswana and to His Excellency, President Masisi. Botswana stands as a true beacon of democracy for not only Africa, but the rest of the world as well.
We deeply believe Botswana will lead the way in cancer care in Africa. Your Excellency, thank you for prioritizing health, education, and economic development.
On behalf of the Baylor College of Medicine, we salute you and the people of Botswana for this well-deserved acknowledgement of your unique success. And of course, Your Excellency, we always welcome you back to your second home in Texas.
I'm delighted this evening to share my thanks, my congratulations to Tautona Masisi in the receipt of this award. And I look forward to continuing my close relationship with Botswana, which has truly been one of the joys of my life. Ritumeetsi.
On behalf of Texas Children's Hospital, we are proud to be a long-standing partner of the Republic of Botswana and honored to acknowledge the African America Institute's 2022 National Achievement Award to the people of Botswana.
Botswana's response to COVID-19 was decisive and swift, and we are proud to have had a part through health information technology that enabled us to host over 40 webinars to share crucial information. Thank you for your leadership.
President Masisi has a strong commitment to this part of the world and to his people. We see him as a partner since he's been vice president, and now as president, we see him as a leader for the continent. We couldn't have any more respect for him. We're happy that he's being honored tonight. We look forward to working with him and to serving his greater cause and that of the people of Botswana.
Your Excellency, President Masisi, the work we have done together in your country continues to be so important. Botswana stepped forward and quickly exemplified how public-private partnerships were key to successfully addressing some of the world's most challenging health crises. Thank you for your continued leadership, commitment, your partnership, and your passion.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stand and I will ask you, as the president will be walking, start uploading an example, true example of Africa.
Thank you very much. I've got some side commentators here. Well. What does one say? Well, the Director of Ceremonies and Your Excellency, the President of African Exim Bank, my good friend from Mali, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my dear wife and First Lady of the Republic, Neo Jane Masisi, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister, and my good friend from Bahamas, and your dear wife, my neighbor at the table and chair of the board of AAI, and the president and chief executive of AAI, Mr. Apinteng, former ambassador of the United States of America to Botswana, and your dear spouse. What's your table number? 7. Honorable ministers from the Republic of Botswana and senior government officials, ambassador of the Republic of Botswana to the US, an ambassador and permanent representative to the UN for Botswana, Rekela Pile, Mr. John Jamonti, President of Bristol Myers Squibb, the two former ministers of health of the Republic of Botswana, I'm trying to see where they're sitting, Joy Pomape and Professor Sheila Dou. Distinguished awardees, excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends, a very good evening. I'd like to begin by giving due acknowledgement and asking them to rise for you to see. And please, this is the last award, so give me time. I want to introduce them one by one. The people that really made it happen. Because in Botswana, we are a wonderful team. A brilliant team that spans the generations. I'll start with the most senior, who was the first Minister of Health among those who are here, and former Deputy Executive Director of WHO, Joy Pomape, now working for Oramah. Joy, where are you? Yeah, there's Joy. She was the Minister of Health at the height of the HIV/AIDS crisis with President Mokgweetsi. Thank you, Joy. She was followed by Professor Sheila Tlou. If any of you have not found the fountain of youth, talk to Sheila. She is also Minister of Health in Botswana at the height of the HIV/AIDS pandemic, and she continues to do marvelous work in that field. And then a former Minister of Health and currently the Minister of Foreign Affairs for the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Lemogang Kwape. Thank you. And the current Minister of Health and former Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Dikoloti. And the current Minister of Education and Skills Development, Dr. Lesula Tebe. Sorry, Dr. Lesula Tebe, can you remain standing, please? Dr. Dikoloti, can you stand, please? These are my two bachelor ministers. So, if anybody wants to see me, and the Minister of Minerals and Energy, Mr. Lefoko Moagi, and you all talk of women empowerment, we do it. We do it because I was very happy and proud to appoint the first head of the public service in the Republic of Botswana as a woman, Emma Piluitlitsi. That is she. And next to her is the ebullient Permanent Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Dr. Mukawa. And next to Dr. Kwape is Ma Muzila. She's a PS for Ministry of Health. And Madisa is a Permanent Secretary for Ministry of Minerals. This is Madisa. Permanent Secretary means the head of the ministry. So 1, 2, 3, 4 very powerful women. And then there's my senior private secretary to the president, who is an equivalent of permanent secretary, Masetlabi. There she is. And there's my chief of protocol, Machinkapane. And there's a permanent secretary for the press, broadcasting, media, Mr. Dipoe. And then I think I come to the ambassadors. And former Minister of Minerals, former Minister of Environment, former Minister of Transport, former Member of Parliament, and my former senior at primary school and secondary school, Kidzo Mugaila. He's Ambassador of Botswana to the United States based in Washington. And then there's Botswana's Ambassador to the UN and Permanent Representative, Mr. Gelapile. And then, can I ask the other table, Botswana team, to please rise? I don't know who I'm forgetting over there. Hey. Thank you. There's one other Permanent Secretary sitting over there, Permanent Secretary for Ministry of Education and Skills Development, Ma Maroba. All right? These are the people who make it happen in Botswana and a lot of those who came before them. It's indeed a great honor for me to participate in the Africa American Institute 38th Annual Awards Gala to celebrate the successes made on the African continent. I thank profusely the African American Institute, in particular, Mr. Kofi Apenteng, a man of immense qualities, I learned quite rapidly. The AAI's president and the chief executive officer, I thank you for your leadership and for the excellent example you have set to recognize and to highlight the achievements of the citizens of Africa annually during the United Nations General Assembly Week. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm deeply humbled by the honor you have bestowed on my fellow citizens, the people of the Republic of Botswana, with the AAI's 2022 National Achievement Award. Since taking office in April on April 1, it wasn't April Fool, but it was for real. On the 1st of April 2018, I've committed to work with all my heart to put the people of Botswana, at the epicenter of my government's development agenda. Despite the unprecedented global challenges of COVID-19, the people of Botswana having continued to place trust and confidence in me and my government. I wish to preface my remarks by underscoring Botswana's unwavering commitment to good governance, to democracy, and the rule of law through the Kgotla system, which predates our independence, and yes, it predates our era of protectorate status. Peace and unity have been the bedrock of our democratic dispensation, and this is manifested in our personal names that we give to our children, such as Kagiso, meaning peace, Boitumelo, happiness, and many others, including the idiomatic expressions we use as part of our linguistic expressions. Meaning every person, irrespective of age, size, creed, and I guess in those times orientation too, is free and at liberty to express their views. This is deeply ingrained in our DNA. And if you want to dissect a Botswana, a citizen of Botswana, you will find these attributes. In July of 2022, the government of Botswana partnered with the National Democratic Institute to co-host the Summit on Constitutionalism and Democratic Consolidation in Africa. As part of the Global Community for Democracy, I was very pleased to bolster efforts to promote dialogue on constitutionalism, presidential term limits, and peaceful transition of power in Africa and abroad. Just for the record, I shall underscore that. As part of the global community for democracy, I was very pleased to bolster efforts to promote dialogue on constitutionalism, presidential term limits, and peaceful transition of power in Africa and abroad. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at the outbreak of the pandemic, and in heeding the World Health Organization's advisory for containing its spread, the government of Botswana pledged to save Botswana's population and livelihoods. This was made possible through the implementation of life-saving programs and a successful vaccination strategy. As a result, Botswana has vaccinated more than 71% of our population, which is one of the highest vaccination rates in the world. To further fortify our preparedness and the protective measures for saving Botswana lives from dreadful diseases like COVID-19, both in the present and in the future, Botswana continued to explore partnerships to improve our health systems and to manufacture COVID-19 vaccines. Strategic partnerships from the United States of America have been strategic partners from the USA have been gracious to heed this call, such as Texas Children's Hospital that Professor Poplack and Mike Wallace referred to, and Baylor College of Medicine that Professor Klotman referred to, and many others. I thank you for your unwavering support. As I reflect on the achievements we made, I also remember the many lives lost to COVID-19. Therefore, allow me to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt condolences to all the families who have lost loved ones during this pandemic, and may their souls rest in eternal peace. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is reassuring to receive this token of appreciation under the current global conditions of crisis and uncertainty. It shows that good ways always triumph over despair. Thank you for this affirmation. On behalf of the government of the people of Botswana, on behalf of the government and the people of the Republic of Botswana, I'm deeply honored to receive the AAI's 2022 National Achievement Award. This award follows years of channeling a considerable amount of our limited resources to education, to health, to water, to youth programs, and infrastructural development, amongst others. Yes, we're known for diamonds and diamond production, but every diamond in my country means a vaccine. It means a road. It means a clinic. No wonder you don't see many Botswana men or women blinging too much. And if they do seem to bling, it's probably high quality glass. As one of the poorest countries in the world at independence, it is particularly incumbent upon us to invest and to build strong partnerships with our development partners and our allies to alleviate poverty and build a stable and competitive economy. Dear friends, literally 21 years ago to this day, Dr. Festus Mogae, the former president of the Republic of Botswana, in an address to the United Nations General Assembly, appealed passionately to the international community to help Botswana because the country was literally, as he said, threatened with extinction, as it had no medical school, had a shortage of doctors, and an HIV prevalence of over 40%. Following this clarion call, Bristol Myers Squibb Foundation, in partnership with the Baylor College of Medicine and the Texas Children's Hospital, as well as the government of Botswana, built the first pediatric HIV/AIDS care and treatment center of excellence on the African continent. On December 1st, 2021, the World Health Organization, as has been stated, announced that Botswana was the first high-burden country in the world to achieve a silver tie status for being on the path to elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, a first in Africa. Another milestone for the people of Botswana occurred in July this year at the World AIDS Conference next door in Montreal, where it is announced by UNAIDS that Botswana is on track to reach the 95, which is 95% of individuals knowing their status, 95% being on treatment, and 95% having viral suppression targets ahead of the 2030 global goals, and may just be the very first country in Africa to eliminate HIV infections. "21 years of serious investment. Currently, as a matter of fact, our score is at 95.1%, 98%, and 97.9%. In 2022, and the engines are still revving. I'm grateful to note that the government and the people of Botswana responded to the COVID-19 pandemic with the same zeal as they did with the HIV pandemic, leading Africa in its response. Furthermore, the government of Botswana is currently facilitating the construction of a vaccine manufacturing facility to produce and distribute Polavax regionally. Nant, Botswana, Baylor College of Medicine, and Texas Children's Hospital have formed a strategic partnership to execute this important project. But it will not be limited to COVID vaccines only, it will be broadening. We'll start with compounding, and we'll produce other, particularly those vaccines for those ailments that are ignored. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the erstwhile political leadership and its crop of highly competent technocrats has also committed over the years to work within the framework of the multilateral system of the United Nations, whose organs provided various kinds of assistance in capacitating the Botswana government to execute the National Development Agenda. In this regard, I wish to thank all my predecessors for their crucial and meaningful contributions for Botswana's development. I am, as you might have heard, the 5th president to lead the country since 2018. So my 4 predecessors, all having enjoyed successful tenures and peaceful transitions, play their part. The 6th president will come at the right time. We go for elections in 2024. If I lose, I go home, and the 6th gets inaugurated. If I win, I'll go on until 2028, and 31st of March, at the stroke of midnight, I automatically lose all power. And whoever is the vice president, Dr. Lesola Thebe, automatically assumes power. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Botswana is an upper middle income country. My government aims to position Botswana to become, yes, a high income country by 2036. Our national vision espouses that we build and transform our existing institutions and we rethink the way we do business. I can assure you we have started and we're in a hurry. To further facilitate this transition, the government of Botswana has introduced the Reset Agenda, which seeks to improve value chain development to unlock opportunities in key sectors of minerals, tourism, agriculture, health, and education, among others. The Reset Agenda, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, came about as our strategic response to the onslaught of COVID-19 and the devastation it brought about to our economy. And so the 12-point-something% we talked about was in part a response to that through our reforms. We're also determined to take advantage of cutting-edge technologies offered by the fourth industrial revolution. The government of Botswana has developed a digitalization and innovation strategy that aims for a knowledge-based, smart, and sustainable society without leaving anyone behind. We call the strategy, for short, Smart Bots, Digital Society Reinvented. This will unlock and enable high productivity among our people. I note with pleasure that the National Achievement Award comes at an opportune moment when the government of Botswana has undertaken a commitment to drive the transformation of Botswana's economy through job creation and facilitating a transition from a resource-based economy to a knowledge-based one. We also intend to identify new sectors in the global export product space that we can successfully grow in Botswana, resulting in significant job creation for our youth, while also driving the much-needed export diversification. Therefore, to unlock opportunities through inspiration, innovation, and exploration, Botswana successfully hosted the first Forbes Under 30 Africa Summit in April 2022, and if any of you are under 30, see you next year in April in Botswana. In conclusion, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate my fellow honorees and to acknowledge their contributions to the development and well-being of the African continent and those in the diaspora. I urge all of us here tonight to keep working towards promoting peace and development, national unity and global solidarity. I also wish to express my profound gratitude to the African American Institute for this great honor. I thank you enormously for your attention tonight. And as we say in my country and my language, Pula.
Without